What are the best represented characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Welcome to the video. We are back at it again. This is part 3 on our character representation list for Ultimate. This is covering all the Brawl characters. Yet again, I am joined by my good friends Dom and Jeno. Jeno, say hi.
Hello.
Dom, say hi.
Hello.
Wait, was that Dom or was that Jeno?
That was him. That was not
Damn,
me.
that was good. That sounded just like Jeno. Bro, I really thought that was Jeno twice. But yeah, we're back at it again. Quick note, people were saying in the comments that Fox, I know this character has moved a bunch. It's been like 3 different tiers, like between all the parts. Fox, if we're going by our own logic, should probably move to boring, considering by this point he definitely could have still taken some little things from Starflex Adventures or Assault. Y'all are cool to move him to top of boring, right? Unless you have thoughts.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Anyway, that should be the only tier change. I think everybody else was satisfied enough with the list prior. I don't think there was anything else crazy to change. Why the hell is Dr. Mario here? What happened?
I don't know.
Why is Dr. Mario there?
This song is the only saving grace.
Bro, he deserved it. He got his PhD.
That was my favorite joke from the last video.
He's weighed down by the weight of his college debt. You know?
Bro, I made a YouTube short on that, I think. The student debt weighed him down, bro. That's why he's so heavy. Okay, but anyway.
It's true.
It's true. Okay. Let's go to Meta Knight. Meta Knight is like top 5 most broken characters in all of Smash history in Brawl. In Ultimate, I mean, he's just like he doesn't really represent much, but to be fair, like, what does Meta Knight do besides just slash a bunch?
Right.
Tornado.
Tornado.
Which he does have tornado.
Yeah, like, it's weird for characters like these, because I do think the character is well designed. I just, technically, he doesn't represent that much from his own game, and that's what we're ranking.
Right, all of his moves is just sword slash.
Yeah.
Or like teleport sword slash.
I guess that is still
Tornado,
more,
sword slash.
it's still more creative, though, than, like, the Fire Emblem characters. Mainly just because, like, he's unique, like, in a way. Like, he can fly, he has his bat wings, he just has unique moves. He moves differently. Like, he's not just like a typical sword fighter, which, like, obviously, how could he be when he looks like this?
It's like if you gave Kirby a sword, but not as much flight.
Right. He doesn't feel like Kirby either. He definitely feels like his own character. That's for sure.
I'm saying his movement. It's like because most of his stuff is like aerials combos.
Right.
Which
works.
He's not as floaty as Kirby is. I don't think.
I don't think he could eclipse mid personally. I don't think he's comparable to the good characters. I don't think he has like anything crazy.
Yeah, it kind of is just basic sword slashes.
We put Roy at the top of mid because of his fire aspects, which is pretty cool. Is he comparable to Roy, or who is he comparable to in mid, you think? I do think he's definitely above the boring.
Probably somewhere closer to Roy because he has like multiple jumps. He has like 6 or 7 jumps.
Yeah.
So
we can maybe put him above Roy. Are y'all cool with that? Or below? What do we think?
Probably below Roy, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Okay. I mean,
I would say above.
really? Why?
I don't actually have a reason. I just think in terms of credibility, he has more than Roy.
Maybe you're right. I mean, the flight
That's fair.
the flight is pretty massive. I mean, Roy does still operate pretty similarly to Marth, in the way that he like moves and attacks. It's just, you know, the fire is still a big deal for him because that is directly representing something from his game, but it is still technically Marth at its core, basically.
Right.
They just gave Marth fire elements.
Right. Right. Which, to be fair, is something, but, you know, not enough to be a whole tier above. That's fine. We can do that. Pit. So, Pit, I'll never forget when I was a kid playing Brawl for the first time. We were playing Subspace, me and my family, and Pit would show up, and then, like, the little character portrait thing would show up, be like, newcomer, Pit! And then, of course, like, being...
Armpit.
Yeah, exactly. Being the children that we were. His
Yeah.
name's Armpit. Anyway, so that was my introduction to Pit. He is, at the time of Brawl, he had one game, I'm pretty sure.
2. There was a Game Boy game that people often forget about.
Oh, okay. So yeah, NES game and a Game Boy
So
game.
one game.
Basically.
Yeah, essentially. It was Kid Icarus for the NES, and then Kid Icarus, I believe it was called like Of Gods and Monsters for Game Boy.
So Brawl, he was pretty basic, but in Ultimate, they actually did give him a new move because of Kid Icarus Uprising. They gave him the new side B, like the punching glove thing, which is like
Yep.
which is like everybody's
Everyone's
favorite
yeah.
move to spam as Pit.
Yep. I did play Uprising somewhat recently. I never actually finished it, but I got like halfway through the game.
How'd you like it?
Incredible game, by the way. I hope it gets a remaster.
Yeah, I would love a remaster of that game. I've touched it a little bit, but its controls are a little rough.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But the game itself, very high quality game. That being said, there's a lot they could have taken from that game. Like, I do think Uprising is definitely like the best Kid Icarus game, and it's not even close.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So they probably should have taken more, but at the same time, they did take something, right? And Uprising, like, you know,
Well, you have to realize like what was like going through, like how not Kid Icarus, how Sakurai designed Pit in Brawl,
right?
where Pit did not have much material to go off of. Again, it was an NES game and a Game Boy game, and nothing else. And he kind of designed Pit's moveset in Brawl as if he kept getting games, as if he got games for the N64,
Right.
for the Game Boy Advance, for the GameCube, for the Wii. So he already had a lot of stuff. And when Sakurai, because remember, Sakurai directed Kid Icarus Uprising for 3DS, he took a lot of those stuff from Brawl, put them into Kid Icarus Uprising, and then added even more stuff, and then that stuff became like his side B in Smash 4, or in Brawl, like his final Smash was just like an army of angels or whatever.
Right.
And then, but in Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate, they actually changed his final Smashes to be based on stuff from Kid Icarus Uprising.
True.
So they
I forgot we were actually including Final Smash. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Good
So
point.
it's one of those situations where Smash made the character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're kind of right. I mean, especially the case in Brawl. Definitely in Brawl. But in Ultimate,
it's another one of those situations where Smash made the character, but the character then got more material afterwards, and his character got updated accordingly. But most of the stuff that was made for Smash also made it into that new game. So
Captain Falcon will always be hard to compare to people. I do think Pit, based on that description, Pit probably does deserve good, right?
I guess, because again, the stuff that came from Smash was made by the same guy that that worked on the next game in the series.
That doesn't technically matter. It's
right. So
it's just,
but
does
I'm just
Pit
saying,
pull
like,
that much from his games?
But
I mean,
the stuff that's exclusively from Uprising isn't much, because a lot of that stuff was pulled from Brawl.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Which is fine, to be fair. Like, if the stuff in Uprising got pulled from Brawl, then it's fine, because it's technically in a Kid Icarus game, right?
I mean, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's in, like, his most popular Kid Icarus game, right? His main attack, which is basically all he does in the NES game, is just, I guess it's the neutral B. Just arrow.
Yeah, the bow and arrow.
I don't know. Maybe he should go mid. Because I'm thinking about it. It's not like there's that much going on. I mean, there were a lot of weapon choices they could have picked out from Uprising.
Yeah, because like they have like the bow and arrow that can turn into dual swords.
Uh-huh.
And that's really most of his stuff is the dual swords.
Right.
But he also has the bow and arrow. He has the Guardian Orbiters, which I believe is original to Kid Icarus. And then that side B. And then there's not really much else. Power of Flight is definitely from Kid Icarus Uprising.
How about here?
Right under Roy, I feel like that kind of fits.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they even try?
Good. He has a gun.
He has a gun?
He has a gun?
I don't think he
Yeah,
does.
this is his final smash.
He does have a gun for his
He
final
does
smash.
have a gun.
Pause. They cooked.
He does have a gun.
And I really just forgot about the final smash.
I always forget at the final smash, I'll be honest.
Forget about it.
To be fair,
I genuinely just forgot what his final smash was and thought it was the same as Pitts.
he has a gun, bruh. I mean, it's the same thing as the other Echo Fighters, but he has the electric version of the side B, and I think that's cooler than the original, so I'll make him better than the other Echoes.
That's honestly fair. And also like his bow and arrow is like is slightly harder to control, so he actually has some thought put into like how would he fight compared to Pit, which would be the exact same as Pit, except for these minor differences.
Isn't his counter also a little bit different?
He doesn't have a counter. He still has a guardian.
Or-
Order. They work the exact same.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, they work the exact same way.
I feel like Donkey Kong probably should just move to the bottom of boring.
Honestly,
No,
that's fair.
I refuse. He doesn't have a barrel. He doesn't have a minecart. There's no animal he rides on. They took out the only highlight feature of this man, and it was the final smash and brawl.
True, and it's not even an ultimate.
And they took it away from him.
They took it away. That was honestly his coolest attribute. My man had a rhythm game in his final smash. It's just weird. Like, when I compare it to the Echo Fighters, he definitely has more than the Echo Fighters.
But did they try?
No.
That's what I thought.
No. Alright, fair enough. Zero Suit Samus.
So the only Metroid game I've played to completion is Zero Mission, and that's where Zero Suit Samus made her debut.
Yeah, but she's pretty useless in that game.
Yeah, she only appears in like the very end of the game, and she really only just has like
It's meant to
her
be
blaster.
it's meant to be a stealth mission. Like you lose
Yeah.
all your equipment, and then you have to avoid all the enemies because you're weak as hell without your power suit.
Right.
I say we put her in They Cook.
They cooked.
Yes.
Well, honestly,
I
because
agree.
based on that description, she moves fast. A lot of her attacks are not weapons; it's really just her blaster. And because again she's a bounty hunter, so of course she knows how to fight. So
This is gonna be a hot take. And like this is definitely a hot take. I don't think they should have made this character.
No.
I completely agree.
But a lot of people
that,
love
like-
Zero
like-
Suit. Like Zero Suit, like not only is she popular like as a character, like to play as, like her playstyle and everything. People thirst over this character.
Well, for good reason. I feel like
I get it. Don't worry.
I get it for sure. But like if we're talking about like, okay, like the crazy thing to me is that they decided to do Zero Suit Samus, who appeared in the very end of one game, when instead they could have included Ridley. Literally the main one of two main bad guys in Metroid.
Well, you have to remember in Brawl,
Yeah,
Zero Suit Samus wasn't a separate character.
That
was
is
a
true.
Final Smash.
that is true.
It was like a Final Smash transformation.
You know, it's funny. It's funny because in Brawl, She might have. Well, she would have been a separate character, but it would have actually brought Samus up, I think, to mid.
That I agree with.
Because Samus in Brawl used to be able to, to switch to Zero Suit out of Final Smash. That was the only way you could switch to Zero Suit, right? Was through a Final Smash.
There was that, and I believe you could also like put in like a code on the character select screen to just make it Zero Suit Samus instead of Samus.
Okay.
Because if you were playing as Samus, got the Final Smash, you'd switch to Zero Suit Samus. But if you were playing as Zero Suit Samus and got the Final Smash again, she would bring her power suit back and become regular Samus again.
Right.
So you could start the match as either or.
It's an interesting case. It's an interesting case where I do think that she would raise Samus's placement if she was still the same character. Maybe even a mid. But as two separate characters. Because honestly, I'll tell you this much. The cool idea behind that is that, even in Smash...
It's two entirely different playstyles.
Well, it also reveals one of the biggest shocks about Metroid, and that's that Samus is a girl. Back in the day, nobody expected Samus to be a girl. I mean, at this point, it's overplayed to all hell and back. Like, everybody knows now.
Of course, yeah.
But back then, like, even at Brawl's time, like, nobody knew that Samus was a girl, right? Until that final Smash.
Unless you actually played the Metroid games, which...
Right, and even then, even in the old school Metroid games, you'd have to beat the game or die to see, like, because when you get a game over, you can also see that she's a woman. But, I mean, again, it's just... Back then, that was a big reveal, right? So the fact that was in her Smash attack, her final Smash, and it revealed it to Smash players, that's kind of a big deal. Anyway, I'm getting off track. This character by herself,
the character by herself is a little bit boring, just as her design goes, based on just the short mission in Zero Mission at the very end of the game. Because I don't think Zero Suit Samus, like, I know, like, in, like, Metroid Other M, she's, like, wearing the Zero Suit, but I don't think you ever play as her in the Zero Suit.
I feel like right here, am I crazy?
Sorry, what?
I feel like this spot kind of makes sense.
Oh, like right by Sheik? I guess. Because it's really just like, she's fast because it was a stealth mission. She uses her blaster because that's all she had. And she can punch and kick because she's a bounty hunter and she would obviously know how to do it.
Unless you think her uniqueness is enough to bring her up to, like, Fox Falco level. Just because, like...
Okay, don't get ahead of yourself.
No. Okay, so we could...
because maybe, like, between Mario and Link?
Why?
I don't know if I would put her...
Because I feel like they had to try more for Samus than they did than the actual effort they put into Mario. But I still feel like Link takes more from the actual games, even if it is Breath of the Wild Link.
What do you think, Dom?
I was going to say the opposite. I was going to say Link, I feel like it's above Samus. Or Zero Suit Samus.
Regular Link, yeah. I agree.
Well, that's what I said. I said between Mario and Link.
Between Mario and Link.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, I meant young Link, because I thought you meant, like, between Mario... We have the Links, like, almost next to each other.
Yeah, I was also confused. That's why I put her there, because I thought you were talking about young Link.
No, honestly, I'm not even against putting Samus and Zero Suit Samus right next to each other.
See, I also feel like I would say I would move young Link in front of Luigi.
That is so weird.
Because, like, thinking of it, right, young Link still has semi-different moves than normal Link, but he's still the same character.
He has a boomerang and a fire arrow.
Yeah, it's something. Luigi just has a green fireball, which he has, and then, like, a plunger, which is a grab, and it's weird.
But Luigi is at least more unique than Young Link. The thing that brings Young Link down, like, Young Link would not be bad at all. In fact, he'd be like mid, maybe even No, probably not low tier good, but like a solid mid placement if there were not two other Links that basically has the same
Oh
moveset.
yeah, no, 100%. And also, if his moveset wasn't just a nerfed version of Smash 4's Link's moveset,
True.
like
Yeah,
it's
no,
the
I
same
disagree.
moveset,
I disagree with Young Link being below Luigi. Luigi has a higher jump, like in the games. The plunger is a thing. Final Smash is cooler for Luigi. But I guess like they're probably comparable. I don't know. Gina, you also agree Luigi should be above, right?
that I'm repeat that one more time. I'm sorry.
You also agree Luigi should be above Young Link, right?
I do agree.
Okay. We'll just keep it then. Zero Suit. I'm conflicted on Zero Suit. I'll be honest. Because I feel like Samus has more potential.
I do agree. Zero Suit doesn't have that much potential because again, she was playable for like 20 minutes at the end of Metroid Zero Mission.
Whereas, yeah, like, what else could they really do? But this is kind of a Dr. Mario situation where they probably just shouldn't have even made the character. But in Brawl, it was fine. It's just, I don't know. It's odd.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's one of those things where like she got separated in Smash 4 because of the limitations of the 3DS, and because she was separated, they kept her separated in Ultimate.
Mhm.
And in reality, they should have made her the same character. Same thing with like Sheik and Zelda.
Right.
I don't know, I feel like Sheik and Zelda are fine as two different ones.
Sheik is kind of understandable. At least Sheik actually plays, like, a solid role in Ocarina.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, she's integral to the story.
Even though she doesn't do anything in Ocarina.
True, but at least she shows up. I'm actually going to make an argument, though, that Sheik should be above both of these. Somebody made a comment. I know this is kind of out of nowhere. Somebody made a comment that Sheik's up B is actually the Deku Nuts, which is what I said in the video. I was like, why can't she just use, like, Deku Nuts to stun people like a ninja would? And apparently that's what her up B is, so I kind of feel like that's fair enough.
I
Right?
believe you're so
I
inclusive.
think. Wait, her. Oh yeah, it is.
So, I mean, hey, that's an ability from Ocarina, and she uses that.
Why does that put her above Young Link, though?
I'm kind of for it. Not above Luigi, though.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I definitely think Luigi is more creative.
But yeah, swap Zero Suit and Samus.
Okay. That's fine. I don't mind either way. I do think that Bowser and Ganondorf have so much potential that they should have been... Yeah. Alright. Wario. Wario's a weird one.
I'm confused. Because the only game I think of to relate him into is WarioWare. And I don't know how the hell he would have any moves from that game.
Yeah, it's odd. So obviously he's trying to represent the wackiness of WarioWare, but I kind of wish they took more from Wario Land. I get why they didn't.
Yeah.
I get why they didn't because they didn't want to step over Mario's shoes. But like the Wario platformers are unique from Mario already. Like they definitely operate differently. I mean, he has some stuff, like his dash attack is literally his, like, his dash attack from the Wario Land games. But that's kind of...
shoulder dash.
Yeah, that is kind of the only thing, though, right? I don't think he has anything
Yeah, with
else.
the Wario Land.
Yeah. That is kind of his only thing.
Yeah, that's generally the only thing that he takes from like any of the mainline Mario games.
Mm-hmm. This is another character that could have represented the Mario side games as well.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait.
He has again like it's the more wacky side of the WarioWare games.
Mhm.
So of course he has like the waft, he has the bike, he has all that stuff.
I mean, to be fair, look, he's meant to represent WarioWare. It's not fair for me to say, oh, because he's not representing what I want him to, he should be low tier. No, he's definitely at least mid. He shows a lot. But like, how much is actually from the WarioWare games? I don't play WarioWare enough to actually know. Like,
I know the Northern Circle is. I know the Waft is. I know Wario Man. His final smash is.
right? Yeah. And
Other than
that's
that,
already that's already way more than any of the boring characters.
and like that's like the bigger parts of his moveset.
Dash attack is from Wario Land.
All of his other stuff is more just like he's a wacky guy, ain't he?
Yeah.
Look at the squash and stretch. Look at how he bites you, you know?
My man does have a freaking bike.
That is true. That is just kind of cool, you know?
It is. He does what Captain Falcon should have.
Honestly.
Put him in front of Captain.
All right, Snake.
Okay, bring him down. Bring him down.
Hey, yo. Hey.
I mean, okay, is it that crazy for him to being good?
I could kind of see it.
I mean, he does show a lot. Like, again, even though I don't necessarily like his moveset, it makes sense for what he's trying to represent. He's trying to be wacky. He's showing WarioWare. WarioWare is a really wacky game.
Well, I wanted him to show off Wario World.
I did too. But at the end of the day, it's not like he's showing nothingness like Mario. He's still showing something.
And there is we don't talk about it much because not a lot of characters have this, but personality.
Yeah.
They showcase his personality so well in Smash Ultimate.
Right. He definitely does. He definitely does.
'Cause, like, a lot of characters just like don't talk, or if they talk, it's like just grunts and whatever. Wario actually has like taunts in his actual moveset.
Yeah.
Where he does a wheelie and he's like throwing his fist in the air, or he's just like
You're kind of right. Hold on. You're kind of
or
cooking.
whatever the fuck he's doing.
He's so BM.
Like-
Wait.
So it's not just like his moveset, but it's also the way he acts is exactly how Wario would act. You know, it's a lot of things that go into it that, like, it's a good representation of Wario.
I think he goes maybe above Zelda and not above Peach.
That is fair. It feels like it's too high, but it's like not wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he does show a lot. What can I say? It'd be wrong to... He feels comparable to Zelda. I do think Peach is a good bit above, though. Peach having the freaking glide is so, like, that's literally what she is. Also, you know, Down B, Toad, Parasol. All of her moves represent something. And then she has 3 different things on her side smash alone. The frying pan, which is from Mario RPG, the golf club from Mario Golf, and there's one other one.
Tennis racket.
Tennis racket, right, from Mario Tennis. No, I do think Peach probably shows a little bit more, but I think Wario probably shows more than Zelda, right?
That, like I said, it feels wrong, but it's not. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, it's just because we don't... I mean, at least for me, I don't like his moveset, but I think, yeah, it still represents a lot. It's just a game series I'm not super interested in. But he's got a bike, bro. And the taunting was a good point on it.
Dude.
The taunts were a good point. That is how Wario acts. My man is BM.
I feel like they also kind of leave a negative. When I think of Wario, right, I think of the only times I see him besides like his games is like the bunch of trailers for other games they have, and almost in every trailer with Wario, he is using a bomb.
Oh, he doesn't have a bomb attack. You're not wrong. What trailers are you talking about, though? Just like the sports games? I think
there's like a few of them, but
you're kind of right,
I
though.
know there's some in the sports one. I think it's mostly sports because that's like the only time you see him in trailers.
Yeah. I don't think that brings him below Zelda.
It's a very small detail, but
the bomb is a good point because even in WarioWare, the timer is a bomb.
True.
So like yeah, like even if it is WarioWare, like even if in like the Mario sports games, like I'm thinking of like was it Mario Tennis on the GameCube where like it had that whole like elaborate opening animation with like Wario and Luigi trying to do something and everything just like blows up in their face. The like yeah, even in like the main games, he has like a bit of slapstick to him with the bomb, but also the bomb is straight up the timer in WarioWare, so it's like actually a part of WarioWare, which is what they're trying to represent.
Yeah, I guess.
And I guess you can say like the waft is a bomb essentially.
Not
it's
really.
An
No, that's a
explosion
stretch.
of some
No.
sort,
That's a
but
stretch.
that's just kind of cheating.
I think
That is-
I think he either goes above Zelda or below Zelda. What do y'all think?
Genuinely go either way.
I would say below, just because they at least gave her a design change while going into a different game.
True.
That's true. They gave her a design that's more fitting for Smash because they wanted to give all the Zelda characters designs from different games.
well, yeah.
That would be like either like their most iconic design or a design that's more fitting for Smash.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Wario looks like a biker.
Wario definitely did have more potential as well, is what I'll say. Wario has like a host of different power-ups from Wario Land he could have taken from. Like the Dragon Head. Spits fire.
He doesn't have like a bag of money he just hits you with.
Dude, he doesn't have a money-related attack. Pause. That's actually a throw. He's literally the money character. Did they even try?
Yeah, they never.
No, you can't put him behind after Mario.
Wait. They did give him a ground pound
Did they?
in his down throw.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he does the full jump flip ground pound thing that like Mario does in the actual games.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they did give him like a ground pound, like, and that's obviously not from WarioWare because you don't actually play as Wario in WarioWare.
I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Let's stick with that. Snake. Dom, go ham.
Dom, this is all you, buddy. This is all you, buddy.
In reality, probably like between mid and boring.
Really?
Because hear me out, right?
You at the beginning of this list, you were like, they cooked, bruh.
Yeah, but also it's thinking of it. The only thing he has from his games is guns.
Yeah.
And yes, that's like very accurate, but also they could have done a bit more.
Yeah.
Wait, no, he has another attack from his games. Box.
Box. Okay, the box is on our. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Tell me the box is not hype though.
It is, and the box actually has a hitbox.
It's true.
Okay, but does it have a hitbox in the game?
I don't know,
No.
was it? You told me.
You tell me.
I don't know.
Yeah, what game? I've never played Metal Gear.
I've never played Metal Gear. Yeah, this is probably.
I
think this is
have the collection that came out recently. I just haven't played it yet.
This is one of only two characters in the entirety of Smash Ultimate that I have not played their game series at all. From what I understand, Snake doesn't have, like, they nerfed him a bit, obviously to be like kid friendly. Like, he doesn't have actual guns, he has like explosions.
Yeah, he has like a rocket launcher. He has like a fucking.
Hold on. Wait. Put him in Did They Even Try? They took away his ass.
True! At least Dr. Mario's got student debt.
Yeah, so they gave him like a rocket launcher. They gave him C4. Gave him another rocket launcher. They gave him.
I do think his playstyle is.
They gave him another rocket launcher.
I would
A lot of
imagine.
rocket launchers.
I would imagine
He has,
his
like, a
moveset. I would imagine his moveset is at least kind of accurate to how he would play in his games, because like he's kind of like a distance fighter. He's kind of stealthy.
Yeah.
He leaves the C4 around.
His whole thing is tactical espionage.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool if the box was like an actual move. Like.
Again, it has a hitbox.
Okay, but like, what if that was his down B and it was a counter? He goes into the box, he gets hit, sneak attack. I don't know.
That would be funny.
I don't know. Dom, you place this. We can't place it anyway.
I will say one thing. His down throw is like a sneak takedown.
Yeah, that is.
And
Good.
I know that's from the game because I've seen it.
I would imagine he should not be in boring. It doesn't feel right for him to be in boring. I think he should at least be mid.
Because like when I think of Snake, again, it's hard to fully know because I don't think I played the game where this Snake is from. But when I see him, I think of like
first Metal Gear. The first Metal Gear.
Yeah, I think of like the first thing that stands out is like his invisibility suit, which he doesn't have in the game. Which again, I can understand that not being in the game because it's like one, what would that even do? And then two, kind of pointless having an invisibility in a fighting game.
Right.
Well, I mean, there is like invisibility items in Smash. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess that's true.
Let me ask. Okay, let me ask this much: does he use a rocket launcher in his game ever?
Ever.
At some point.
Well, Google it. One of you two Google it. That's what we need to find out. Does he use his actual moves in any of his games?
Right now.
Because that's what matters.
Does Snake use a rocket launcher in Metal Gear Solid? Although the player can use weapon to take out Volgan during the final phase of the fight, the cutscene that plays after Volgan is defeated shows Snake lowering the RPG-7 launcher, implying that he uses it to defeat Volgan.
Okay.
He uses a variety of moves directly inspired by the Metal Gear Solid series.
Does he use mines? Like
See, it doesn't help because they say series, meaning it's from a few different games.
Right. Which is fine. That's actually a good thing if he uses from multiple different games. I just don't know if it was Smashified too much or if these are actual weapons that he actually uses.
Snake uses mines in Metal Gear Solid, okay.
He uses the grenades, the remote-controlled missile, the C4.
I mean, hey, that's all the specials, right? Does he ever use the helicopter kind of thing? His upbeat?
His special is like the C4. Side special is like the rocket launcher, like a homing missile launcher.
Right. Does he ever use the little helicopter thing? I don't even know what the frick that thing is.
It's a drone. It's like a drone or some sort.
Yeah, I think it was called like, I don't even remember what it was, but it.
The game the move list calls it a cipher.
A cipher? Does he use that in any game?
Probably because it has a name.
Yeah,
Sure.
fair enough.
And then obviously his neutral B is like a grenade, so
I mean,
obviously uses a grenade.
With no knowledge about Metal Gear, I feel like it's definitely good enough to be in good tier. I actually think it's underrating him to put him in boring. I think. I mean, I don't know. All of his moves represent something, right?
Yeah.
And all of his moves is either a weapon that he's used or like.
Yeah, if he has used them.
Punches, kicks.
If he has used them, why not?
Something that like someone who was like sneaking around would use.
That being said, listen, they gave Joker a freaking gun. Why couldn't they give Snake a gun?
Is it in Persona 5? Isn't it canonically not a real gun?
Yes, but it still looks like a gun, and it operates like a gun in Smash, so it doesn't even matter.
Man, how does it feel to know that every time you fight one of us, you're hitting us with a water gun?
True. No, in Persona 5, it's canonically a model pistol, like not a real pistol.
Listen, perception is reality. If it looks like a gun, it is a gun.
Yeah. But no, like in Smash Ultimate though, Joker's neutral B, it literally is just called gun.
Or his neutral special, he uses a gun.
He uses gun. I don't know why I think that's so funny, bro. No, okay, but okay, realistically though, all of his special moves represent something from the game. That's more than any of the characters in mid. Every single special attack. Right?
Yeah.
Every single special attack. That being said, can we go even further, right? Zelda, do all of her moves represent something?
So I have to go back to Zelda. Her
I mean, hell,
Upbeat,
Snake's
like a
final smash is
teleport.
also sick. He gets in a helicopter and shoots you down.
Which I'm pretty sure is taken from the actual games.
I'm probably. Seems like it would be.
If they made that completely up, that would be amazing. But
Wait, no. His final smash was changed in Ultimate. His final smash is like he throws down like a smoke bomb, and then launches like a missile strike.
It's basically the same thing. It's fine.
It's the same thing, but it's in the helicopter.
It's technically still representing the same thing.
Oh yeah, no. Zelda's is all from the games, but it's not stuff that she does. It's Nehru's
Right.
love, Din's fire, Fior's wind,
Which
and
is
Phantom's
cool, but that's technically not representing Zelda, right?
fire. Well, you're right, but at the same time,
She is representing
she
something,
is-
though. Yeah, I know. She is representing
it represents one, the Zelda series, but two, Zelda. All in every game where she does attack, she uses a form of magic, and those are all magic spells.
What about I mean,
Link-
hell,
Link
Snake
is
goes
always
further
been like
though. No, Snake goes. I actually think Snake does at least go above Zelda. Snake goes further. His smash attacks are also interesting. Does he ever use the freaking? Well, that is technically a rocket launcher, isn't it?
It's just a
The
rocket
motor.
launcher.
But
or yeah, yes, yeah.
but
It's
whatever
a fucking missile
whatever his
launcher or
up smash
whatever.
is, what is that? It goes
That's-
up.
Mortar.
It's a mortar.
But that's another weapon that he uses now. What's his side beat? What's his side smash? I don't even remember.
His side smash is like a rocket launcher.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait.
He like
Is it
aims.
not
He
like-
aims it like right at the ground.
Oh wait, what's his down smash then?
It's a kick to both sides.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I do think he's above Zelda.
I can live with that, honestly, because he is like a keep away character. He has like a lot of projectiles.
Yeah, his play style. He uses
but
weapons.
he also
He uses weapons. He uses so many different weapons.
yeah, and I guess like being a military dude, you would have access to all of that fucking all those fucking arms, you know.
I mean, I definitely think he represents more than Wario. Am I crazy?
I don't think you are, honestly.
I think he represents more than Zelda. His smash attacks are more than Zelda. Like, Zelda just used freaking magic for smash attacks. What the hell? Donnie, what's your final take? You think he should go higher or lower?
Then Peach.
Yeah. Because I'm not against it.
Trying to think, does Peach have any like interesting? What up? I mean, I don't think we should even consider
Ass. She
too
has
much.
ass.
That's a fair point, you know. But
She
he
does
did
have ass.
too. But he doesn't.
But he doesn't anymore. The throw.
Did they even try? Did they even try?
Did they even try? Real talk. No. I mean, are we considering? We're not considering like the stage thing, are we? Like you go to the stage and then he has all the fan service.
He does
No,
have
we
all
just
that.
not
He does
to.
have all.
Okay, I guess we're
But
not.
but
It
they
is
did it
specifically
with
his
Ultimate,
moveset.
Ultimate, so it's
Yeah.
just for the it's just the Brawl ones. It's the same ones that they had in Brawl. It's not anything new for Ultimate.
Right.
If we go that he's representing Metal Gear as a series, then I think he's good where he is, possibly even above.
I'm actually kind of not against him being above Peach. I do think Yoshi maybe not, because Yoshi literally like kind of plays exactly like he does in the games, which is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
But Peach is a little bit more headcanon-y. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Alright, are we good with this?
Yeah.
Dom, you're the final take. You're the one who hyped up this character.
Yeah, I
They're the
know.
only people who's actually played their game.
You were insistent on they
Actually,
cooked.
I mean, yeah. But then I was like, I was thinking, because I was like, I don't know what game he's actually trying to represent, but if it's Metal Gear as a whole, then I don't think he beats Ness. Maybe Yoshi, but
Maybe.
I can't really think of anything to kind of say enough to push him past it, or to convince y'all to push him past Yoshi.
Well, I'm not against him going above Yoshi. If you think he should be, I'm okay putting him there.
I don't know, in my head, I'm still thinking of like he's made to be like stealthy, and yet
Right.
he's using like the most non-stealthy things possible.
True.
In a rock.
No, that's a good point though.
Smash isn't a game about espionage; it's a fighting game. So
Right.
he would be like keep away, you know.
Yeah. I mean, he plays well enough to it, I guess. I mean, hell, he has the mind. Honestly, maybe we should just leave him.
I think he could go above Yoshi.
I think it's fine right there.
You said he could go above Yoshi?
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I'm not even going to fight it. Unless Jeno feels otherwise. No.
No, I think it's fine. Yeah.
Alright, that's fine. We were on Snake for a hot minute.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Yeah, he's above Yoshi because Yoshi doesn't have black Yoshi anymore.
True! Anyway.
Well, he doesn't have ass anymore.
True.
Okay, but that debuff is a lot like smaller.
Ike.
Ike.
I mean,
Great Ether.
so true.
Great Ether.
So
I
I
am such a big Ike fan. You know, Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn. You know, I've played thousands of hours in that game.
Radiant Dawn's one of the only Fire Emblem games I haven't played actually, so I do like Fire Emblem, but it's weird because Ike is one of the more creative-ish Fire Emblem characters in Smash. I think for the fact alone that he's unique from Marth is telling.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely unique from Marth.
Like he's not just another clone.
Right.
I think he.
The fact that he's big burly sword instead of like just quick fast sword, like he actually has a completely different like style of how he attacks.
I feel like I gotta look something up.
But again, I know nothing about Fire Emblem, the games he came from.
Ike equipment. I think I heard something about. I think he uses axes, but he doesn't in Smash.
I say we put him down to Brawl because after Brawl they gave him that buff-looking skin and it was hideous.
Well, no, he has both.
He has both in Ultimate.
Yeah, the fact it came back in this game, even though they knew that we didn't like it, did they even try?
True. I think he does use axes. Wait.
I genuinely would have no clue.
Sword. Or maybe he doesn't. No, he does. He actually does. Oh, how about this? Okay, in the game where he gets buff, which is the skin that Dom hates, he uses axes instead of swords.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So they could have pulled from that.
You could have had swords and axes in okay, I'm searching. I'm doing research right now. In Fire Emblem Fates,
That was a lot earlier, but here we are.
Fire Emblem Fates, he uses swords and axes at the same time.
In Fire Emblem Fates,
Yes.
the 3DS game that's not his.
Yes.
Do we count that?
Probably not. And even in Engage, though, he uses axes and swords.
So that's probably accurate then, if
Yeah.
it's in multiple games.
Yeah. And I mean, in one of the games, he only uses axe. Like, he doesn't even use swords and axe. He only uses axe in one of the games.
So I guess, why wouldn't they have put axes in the game?
That being said, okay, so basically one of my biggest complaints about the Fire Emblem characters in Smash is that they should have made more of the Fire Emblem characters represent more of the classes.
I agree.
So basically in Fire Emblem, there's like 5 different weapon types that characters are based off of. Thank God they made Robin, which a lot of people don't even like, but magic is a huge part about Fire Emblem. Like it just is. Like that's one of the main classes. It's sword, axe, bow, spear.
The only Fire Emblem game I have played is Fire Emblem Heroes. All right, the fucking mobile game. And like even in that game, there's like characters who like characters who are just archers, characters who, you know, ride, you know, horses into battle, whatever, characters who use swords, characters who use axes. There's like all these different like types, like archetypes or classes of characters, and Smash is just like swords.
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 Yeah, so I do think that's kind of a negative. Okay, here's my question. I do think he's comparable to Roy. Is his lack of axes in his gameplay make him worse than Roy, even though Roy is similar to Marth, but Roy has fire? Ike also has fire, though.
Ike does have fire. He also has ether.
Yeah.
Ike also has great ether.
Ike probably is a good bit above Roy now that I think about it. He plays differently, too. He still moves like he has an axe. You know what I mean?
Right, because he is a heavier character.
Yeah, he swings like it's an axe.
Even with his like not buff skin, he moves around like he's buff.
I still wish he had axe attacks. Like, so spoiler alert for Byleth a million years from now. Even though people hate Byleth, I do actually think Byleth is like one of the like most well-designed Fire Emblem characters because
I play Byleth and I agree.
Byleth uses all of the different archetypes besides magic. Like, that's cool, right? But they could have done something for Ike. Like, why couldn't his smash attacks use the axe and his neutral attacks use a sword? I feel like that would make sense, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Like, smash attacks are meant to be the strong attacks, so make that the axe, and then make the normal attacks the sword. I think that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I do think he's above Roy, though, the more I think about it. He basically has, like, the fire aspects that Roy has, but also just, like, plays differently and is unique. Has his own moveset. I think he's actually above Meta Knight as well. Maybe. He doesn't have the flight.
I can live with that.
Tom, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Nice. We did great. We did great.
I don't play any Fire Emblem.
I mean, I don't know. The axe point's fair enough, I think. If he even had a single axe attack, I could see him in good. Alright. Pokemon Trainer. So, I have a lot of thoughts about Pokemon Trainer.
So, they cooked, obviously.
They did cook. I mean...
They did cook.
They
we
did
can
cook.
skip this entire conversation.
Okay. But, I want to make the argument that they're definitely at the top so far.
Oh, yeah. So, the thing is that all the other Pokemon characters so far have just been you playing as the Pokemon.
Mm.
Which, again, is not like... It's not how Pokemon is because you're controlling the Pokemon.
Right.
You're commanding them. You're not actually playing as the Pokemon. Pokemon Trainer fixes that and also gives you 3 Pokemon.
Yeah. Pokemon Trainer...
whole ass team.
Pokemon Trainer is a good representation of the games. Like, it just is. Like, I mean, put very simply, I mean, like Jeno said, like, in the Pokemon games, you're not actually playing as the Pokemon. Pokemon Trainer, you're playing as the trainer. You're switching between, you're giving commands. You can see the trainer in the background just giving the commands. It's a nice little touch. We've talked about aesthetics before, like with Game & Watch.
Yep.
And
another thing is, like, again, we were talking about like personality with like Wario and like the little touches they have with Game & Watch. You can literally hear the trainer in the background calling out attacks or like during, like, you know, giving
Get back!
Yeah, just like calling out like, oh, you know, fucking, I can't even words right now, but like he's like calling out attacks. He's saying like, you know, come back to your ball or go Charizard or whatever, stuff like that, you know.
I like. Okay, we're literally talking about 3 different characters as well as the aesthetic benefits of Pokemon Trainer, like.
Right, but like at the same time, like what are their, like, so Squirtle has like water gun, withdrawal, and waterfall, right?
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like that works.
Ivysaur has bullet seed, razor leaf, and vine whip.
Which are all accurate moves for the Pokemon.
Are those all actual moves they can do in the game?
Yes. very like every single one of those Pokemon. I mean, hell, Water Gun is the water, like the basic water type move for the basic starter. Makes sense for Squirtle. Waterfall, you climb. That makes a lot of sense for up B. Withdraw is definitely a little headcanony how it works, but whatever. You know, it's still a move. And I mean, hey, you know what? It raises your defense in the games. Guess what? You have super armor when you use Withdraw in Smash. There you go. Kind of makes sense. Like, even though none of the characters individually, like Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard individually don't... They're probably... Some of them might be good, some of them might be mid. I don't think any of them are boring, though. And that's pretty telling, I think. Like, they have 3 separate characters into one, and none of them are boring, I don't think. I think individually, they're all at least mid. Honestly...
But together...
Well, I mean, hell, let me even go even further. I think all 3 of them are more creative than Mewtwo, which is stupid, but I think it's true. Like, I think they represent something more than Mewtwo.
And I agree. The only thing that, like, is... Like you said, the only thing that's, like, a little headcanony is, like, Withdrawal. Or Withdraw.
But, I mean, there's still something there, right? Like...
Right, but also, like, their Final Smash... Obviously, it's something you can't do in Pokemon.
Yeah. But at least it's, like, kind of, like, cute, right? Like, a little text box shows up at the bottom, and it says it's super effective, which also makes no sense, but whatever. Like, at least it's a reference. It's clearly a reference, right? To the actual Pokemon game, right?
Right.
I don't know. I think he's clearly the top, at least so far. I did even... Because we've talked about Steve a million times. I don't know. Steve has so much. Steve has so much.
Just throw him in the top already, and let's not even go over him in the ultimate video.
Yeah. Maybe we'll discuss more about it when there's a character that's comparable to him. I think he's a lot better than Mr. Game & Watch, though. You could agree with that, right?
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Okay, good. So I'm not
just
crazy.
because there's other things surrounding him that are just impressive.
Just thank God they got rid of Rock Smash on Charizard. That's all I'm saying. Bro.
Oh, that was such a terrible move.
They took away his rock from Smash 4.
Why did they have Rock Smash as one of Charizard's moves? One of the oddest decisions I've ever seen in my life. And they give him Flare Blitz, which makes way more sense. You know? It just makes sense. Oh my god. Anyway.
They took away his rock from Smash 4, and he was very sad.
I know. Poor Rock.
We're all happy.
Poor Charizard. Poor Charizard. He lost his rock.
Hey, but his friends came back, you know.
True. He had to get the emotional support.
The emotional support.
Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong is definitely more than Donkey Kong, but like
I agree, but still not enough.
No.
Diddy Kong.
Well,
Diddy Kong is a protagonist in DKC2, my favorite Donkey Kong Country game.
Correct.
He could have taken more things from Donkey Kong Country 2 as well. He still could have taken the role thing that I keep mentioning. In that game, he is the role-based character. Jumps off edge.
So here's the thing. Given like the animation of his role, like Donkey Kong's role, like as his dash attack, is his role from Donkey Kong Country.
Right.
Diddy Kong does more of a cartwheel, and they actually do translate that into into his dash attack,
which is cool.
So yeah, so the role is there. His other moves, he has the gun from Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
He has the rocket barrel pack.
We live in a world where Diddy Kong has a gun, but Snake doesn't.
That's true.
Diddy Kong has a gun. Anyway.
Diddy Kong pulls up, he's always strapped.
He pulls up the Glock. Let me stop. He has a banana, he's a monkey, whatever. Let him have it.
Slapstick humor.
Yeah.
He
has a jetpack. Isn't the jetpack in 64?
I believe it's from 64, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't think that the jetpack was from Donkey Kong Country 2.
No, definitely not.
So let me paint a picture in your head, right?
What?
So, would he be better or worse if instead of just making him like kind of like how he is, they take it only from DKC2,
That'd
and
be
he's
awesome.
like ice climbers,
That would have been awesome.
And Dixie.
Oh,
They
I see.
cooked!
Where it's Diddy and Dixie.
That would have been so
Or,
cool. Diddy and Dixie.
That would have been really cool.
Ah, you're making me sad now.
They could have done like the.
I would have
does
loved
it
that.
like
That game is popular. It's not that
'cause I
crazy
haven't
for them to
played
do that.
much of. I haven't played much of Tropical Freeze. Doesn't Tropical Freeze have like partner attacks or something like that? Or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they could have easily done that.
The only thing there is that it would just be representing Donkey Kong Country 2 specifically. It is a popular Donkey Kong Country game, but even the original Donkey Kong Country is technically more popular.
Yeah, but at the same time, that represents him
Yeah,
a lot more.
it does. I
than
mean, he is the
doing
main
like the-
character of that game. I think that's the only
Yeah.
character, the only game there he's the main character. So that is kind of true. And again, like Geno said, like his dash attack is directly taken from DKC2. Well, to be fair, I think it's also in DKC1, that dash attack, but whatever.
That's fair.
What was his final smash again?
His final smash was he flies across the screen a bunch of times with the rocket barrel, and then he like zones in on you and explodes.
Is that in a game?
I don't know.
Trash.
I don't know. I'm conflicted again. Diddy, I mean, Diddy doesn't have nearly as much potential as Donkey Kong. They're not even really comparable.
You know,
The Diddy Kong,
you know,
Diddy Kong pulled
I-
from more stuff. Like,
they did pull from a lot more stuff, but they didn't pull from the most important thing that has ever happened to Diddy Kong.
which is DKC2.
No, they didn't pull. They really didn't pull anything from the most important thing that's ever happened to Diddy, or like the biggest thing that's ever happened to Diddy, which is when he got arrested and they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his mansion.
What are you talking about?
He did.
Wrong character, man.
Wrong,
character.
wrong character.
Wrong character. My bad. My bad. My bad.
See, I was gonna make a joke too, but it's completely different direction. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, his most like memorable moment, you know, when he got kidnapped by Rollway Crazy, Rayquaza, whatever.
What the fudge? Oh, true. In subspace. Hold on.
I was going for a P. Diddy reference, and y'all just didn't get it.
No,
I knew of
I
it.
got it. I got it. I don't know. I mean, his moves all represent something. Maybe bottom mid. How about that?
That's
Yeah, yes. Next to Ice Climbers.
yeah. Next to Ice Climbers, where they should have taken their inspiration from.
God, that would have been so cool. Oh! Does Ice Climbers have to move up? Hold on. Are they too low? Ice Climbers has Ice Climbers has some Dr. Mario-ism into him. Like, why the frick did they make this character?
Yeah, but then when you look at it, it's actually not that bad.
I mean, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
have two
Like
characters in it.
Dr. Mario.
Really unique character.
Where would y'all move him?
Probably somewhere between like Pit and Lucina.
Yeah, very descriptive.
But it doesn't help, but it's. I don't know if I want to. I don't think they go past like Pichu.
So is he
Okay.
better? Is Diddy Kong better, or sorry, is Ice Climber better or worse than any of the Pokemon? Essentially,
I would say they're better than Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff specifically.
Maybe even Pikachu.
I
But
think
don't think.
just the idea of having co-op in your moveset puts him above Mewtwo personally.
Yeah, but that's also. Is that relating to the game? Or is that just a new mechanic?
Kind
in
of.
Smash?
Ice Climbers is a
There
trash ass
was-
game,
there was-
but one thing I'll give Ice Climbers is that it is an NES game where you can both play in the same level at the same time, which is very
Can you do that in Smash?
well. Yeah,
Two
that's,
people can't play that one character. Only one person's playing that one character.
well, yes, but
Or those two characters.
okay, listen, it's a bit of creative liberty, but that's the idea they were going for. You're playing as both characters at the same time, like in co-op, how you're playing both characters at the same time. Makes sense. No comment.
Okay.
I don't know any of them. I don't know anything about this game.
That's fine. Just leave them there.
Listen. All I'm trying to say is that all I'm trying to say is that I want an Ice Climbers 2.
Ice
That's literally
Climbers
just the life.
2. Okay, the Dr. Marioism is still here. Like, why the frick did they make this character? If
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
okay, Gina, do you also agree above Mewtwo, or should I just leave him here?
That's fine above Mewtwo. Because
Cool.
again, like all the Pokemon is kind of just like most of the Pokemon is gonna be like attack. Like their attacks are based on descriptions of attacks because the games are not that well animated.
Right. Of course. Lucas, I'm the only person who's played Mother 3. It is I.
That's all you, buddy.
And they made him cry in Brawl.
So
Cook. Or good.
cooked. Anyway, so when we did Ness, I was thinking Ness was definitely above Lucas. I'm in a bit of a weird state right now because, like, okay, it is obvious to mention that Lucas could have used moves other than fire, thunder. You know, he could have used magic attacks other than what Ness has. Like, yes, they operate differently, which is something. It definitely is something. But that's not technically what we're talking about here. We're talking about moves represented by the character. They still represent Earthbound and Mother in the Mother series. But Ness already does that. Like, this is maybe kind of another Link situation where, like, why did they make Lucas use the same moves as Ness? But
There is something there where, like I said with Ness, is that he's less representing Ness and more representing just Earthbound.
right. But
So-
there were more things to represent. Like, Ness was fine. Ness was fine. My issue with Lucas on that front is that they made an entire different character 2 games later and still gave him the same moves to represent the series when they could have represented the series even further with... Because there's other PSI moves. He could have done PSI Ground. He could have done more of the status effect moves, like shocking people. I don't know. I mean, he has freeze over Ness. That's something.
His up smash is different because
Yeah.
Ness's smash attacks use like the yo-yo and the baseball bat.
So I wasn't quite there yet, but yes. So my big thing with Lucas is that originally I was gonna put him in mid, but then I thought about it some more. Lucas has some of the coolest smash attacks in the game. Like, okay, so the stick is like comparable to the bat. Like, it's literally like the exact same thing for Lucas.
It's just the exact same thing.
Yeah, like Lucas, his main attack in the game is a stick, and Ness's is a bat. Ness does have the yo-yo, which is a secondary weapon that Ness can't equip. Lucas doesn't have that. However, Lucas kind of makes up for it by having the up smash be literally his ultimate move in Mother 3, which is PSI Love. They definitely should have made that his final smash, but whatever. Like, we already see Starstorm from Ness, so we don't need to see it in Lucas as well. I don't know. They're definitely, like, it's a bit of a weird case, because, like, this is where I have to say, oh yeah, this character came first, so I give him a little bit of priority based on the moves that he represents. Like, Starstorm was already done, Fire, Thunder, and, what's the other one? Magnet were all done. But man, PSI Love is such like a big deal. Like, and it's literally him pulling out the needle for his up smash. Like, he basically is channeling his ultimate attack through pulling out the needle, which is like one of the biggest story things in Mother 3. Like, I don't think there's a single character on this list that does a story-based move as strong as Lucas's up smash. It's also telling that it's his strongest move by far.
Sephiroth's final smash.
True. Very true. But final smashes are different. Like, I think some characters' final smashes could definitely eclipse it, but final smashes are meant to be, like, you know, very character specific.
Wait, no, wait, no. There is one character who does a move that they do in their story, and it's much better than Lucas's.
What?
Steve places block.
True. Anyway, let's stop. Yeah, I don't know. I actually think Lucas could go right below Ness.
Because they're essentially the same, but their differences are like the differences that they made with Lucas are like they represent the character enough to like on the level of what Ness does for Earthbound.
Right. Like,
Because I feel like Lucas, despite again like his despite a lot of the moves being shared with Ness, the moves that they did change represent Lucas better. Because remember, he also has like rope snake and stuff.
Yeah, rope snake is a big deal. It's his taunt and his grab. He can even recover the ledge with rope snake, which is very accurate to the game.
Yep.
I think like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine that he's right behind Ness, but like right there. I can even see him above. They're kind of interchangeable for me. He has really high highs. Like again, the needle pulling is such a big deal to me. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. Unless you think what I said isn't good enough to put him above Snake.
Because again, I think putting them right next to each other is fine. Because Ness overall is again like a representation of Earthbound, while Lucas is still a representation of Mother 3, but has a lot more stuff that's to him than to Ness.
Right. Yeah.
Than Ness does.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Sanic, spin dash.
Can I go off for a second?
Yeah, spin dash the character.
Why does he have 2 spin dashes?
Why does he have 2 spin dashes?
He only needs the one, and he only needs the down special one, because that's how the spin dash actually worked in the classic games.
Yeah, it's very odd.
As for his other moves, they could have taken so much from like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, from Sonic Heroes.
There's a million ways they could have done this character. Wait, is this another? Did they even try? It actually might be.
They could have done like attacks that the Werehog had, but just give them to Sonic.
Well, I wouldn't have done that, but no. My idea for Sonic,
not like the stretchy arms, obviously, but just like
if Sonic was a DLC character for Ultimate, I would have given him the shields, like a monitor selection kind of meter.
Dude,
the shields from the OG Sonic games, like. Bubble shield gives him a ground pound and an extra hit, right? So if you have the shield, then you take 0 damage for the first hit. Bubble gives you a little ground pound attack. The flame shield gives you a dash attack in midair, does a good amount of damage.
Yep.
And the spark shield gives you a double jump, an extra jump in the air. That could be a great combo starter.
Yep. So here's the thing: is I think Sonic only has like 3 moves that are like from the games.
I just think Sonic has so much potential.
Because so look, I have the game booted up right now. His down tilt. He actually does have like a kick in the games. That's literally that, but no one ever uses it because it's fucking worthless.
Yeah.
Again, homing attack, sure, yeah, he does that a lot.
Fair.
Spin dash, again, he only needs 1. He doesn't need both. Spring is perfectly fine, honestly.
That's fine.
Boring but fine. His second spin dash.
Okay, but why not have Tails bring him up?
That's yes.
Tails would have made way more sense than Spawn Spring EXE. Like
Spawn Spring .exe.
Bro, literally that's Sonic 2 right there, or Sonic 3. He literally pulls Sonic up.
So here's one of the annoying things about Sonic for me is his down air is a stomp attack, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the stomp from the games, which is so dumb.
Like I will
The
say
stuff that he does in the game goes straight down. He goes down like a diagonal.
I will say, maybe he's not comparable to Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, like literally, Donkey Kong is Donkey Kong, and he absolutely should have a barrel attack. Like that's like his main thing. But Sonic at least has spin dash.
Right. I will give them credit for one thing, and that's his forward air. It's from Sonic Battle on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I don't know about all this like niche stuff about Sonic. You're the Sonic guy, not me.
I am the Sonic fan here. All I want is just next time, just give him a move set that's literally just all the moves from Frontiers.
Yeah, I mean,
Sonic
two
actually has combat.
two spin attacks is silly. I think representing Tails would have been really cool. Tails is in like a million Sonic games.
So you know how you were mentioning the shields?
Yeah.
Sonic's neutral air is just like him curling into a ball and just hitting you in a ball. It should have been the Insta Shield from Sonic 3.
That would have been hype.
It should have been the Insta Shield from Sonic 3. And then Final Smash, Supersonic, makes sense.
Yeah, Supersonic. I mean, yeah, that's kind of a given.
Yeah.
You know what? The more I mention though, he does. He's similar to Mario in that he has so much potential, like Mario has. But I actually think he's represented better than Mario.
I think he is too, but at the same time, it's like 2 spin dashes.
It is very annoying.
2 spin dashes.
But like, is that technically worse than Mario just punching?
Honestly, yeah, because at least Mario doesn't have 2 of the same move.
I don't know. I mean, the springboard's still representing something, even though I wish it was Tails. Homing attack is completely valid. Spin dash. Okay, look, it's basically a dead slot, but the spin dash did need to be represented. So I would say the second spin dash is the same thing as just having an irrelevant move, like we've said for a million other characters, right? So
right. But the thing is that there could have been other things there. Like he could have done you know how Pac-Man has his side B?
Yeah.
It could have been Lightspeed Dash.
Right.
Where he dashes across a trail of rings.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been something. Sonic Colors.
God, he really does have so many things he could pull from. But so does Mario. I think they're very similar.
It could have been Laser. It could have been Laser from Sonic Colors.
Mario and Sonic feel very similar in Smash in that they have so many games they could pull from and just didn't.
It could have been a boost where he just runs and he just has a big hitbox in front of him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Are you insistent? Are you insistent that he should be below Mario?
Yes.
All right.
I think below Mario below Luigi, as well. Just like between Sheik and Luigi.
I guess that's fine.
Because it's strictly because the second spin dash is so lazy. It's such a lazy thing to have done.
It is.
And they've had 3 games to change it, and they didn't.
Yeah, again, it really is just one of those cases where like Sonic has so much potential. I don't even think Sonic like represents that much less than any of the characters in mid. It's just like
it's just boring.
Sonic is one of the most impactful characters in all of video gaming, and he has 2 spin dashes. Doesn't
and like you said, even in the classic games, they could have taken the elemental shield.
Yeah.
I mentioned the Insta Shield as his neutral air.
Yeah.
They could have taken literally anything more from Sonic Battle other than just his forward air. Because Sonic Battle is straight up just a Sonic fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 Sonic fighting games. There's Sonic the Fighters and there's Sonic Battle. And they took 1 move from Sonic Battle.
They should have taken it from Sonic All-Stars Racing. Give him a car.
Honestly, it would have...
Give Sonic a car.
They gave Wario a bike. They could have given Sonic a car.
Honestly, that would have made me so mad. Give Sonic a car and not Captain Falcon. That's fine. You're okay with that, right, Dom?
I could care less.
Fair enough. King Day
I
Day.
know nothing about Sonic.
This really just is me being mad that they just did Sonic like that.
Sonic could have done way more. King Day to Day. I don't. Day to Day.
I'd say he's pretty high up there.
I think he's above Meta Knight.
Yeah.
He has big hammer.
Yeah.
He
A
sucks.
big hammer.
He sucks like Kirby, which he does in the original Kirby game.
Yep.
He has multiple jumps, like in the original Kirby game.
The Gordo.
The Gordo is a big
throws
deal.
those.
In Brawl, he used to throw Waddle Dees. But yeah, he throws Gordo.
He has the Jet Hammer, which I believe he uses in Kirby Superstar.
Probably. I don't remember. But yeah, probably.
And then his final smash is directly ripped, or it's heavily referenced to, I think, Kirby Star Allies, where he has the mask and he's in a steel cage.
Yeah.
The mask is from, I think, Star Allies. The cage, I think, is from Superstar.
Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah.
The
He falls whenever he attacks.
the up B is also how he literally attacks in the original game.
He's a sexy ass dude when he's crouching.
True.
Didn't he also have like a before the new one in Brawl? Didn't he also have some type of like dance final smash?
Yeah, his final smash is making it rain Waddle Dees, I believe.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. That was one of the lamest final smashes of all time.
Okay, man. Peach put you to sleep and then summoned a bunch of peaches around you.
That's fine. Day to Day did like nothing. At least Peach's final smash was good.
In a circle with some trippy effect going around.
Okay, that
it,
was
but-
hype.
and
Pause.
that did nothing.
I don't know why that was Luigi's final smash, but at least it did something. King Dedede's final smash in Brawl did nothing. It actually just did nothing.
It summoned one of the most beloved characters, questionably.
True. Specifically Waddle Dee, yes. I don't know. I don't have... I mean, technically, King Dedede does kind of represent his boss fight appearances pretty well.
Yeah, he does.
Like, again, his up B is how he attacks, his suck is how he attacks, his...
Hammer.
Sure, he
Can't
uses...
forget about the hammer.
He uses his Gordo. You know? I mean, Gordos are an enemy in Kirby.
Yep.
Does he do the jump up and then slam down?
That's what I'm talking about. That's how he attacks in the original Kirby game. Like, he jumps around like that. Honestly, he actually feels like he's...
Honestly, no.
He actually feels like he's better than the mid characters.
Bottom and good.
But is it enough to put him in good?
I
Or
mean,
is he just,
he
like,
has
top?
like a solid list of things from
Again,
you know,
I think good tier needs to be where all of their special attacks mean something. And I think all of King Dedede's special attacks mean something.
Yeah.
I mean, they just do. And he has multiple jumps as well.
fair.
I don't think all of Meta Knight's special attacks mean something. But if they do, leave a comment, and maybe we'll move him right below King Dedede in good.
See, like the only other thing I could think of them doing with the character is making more unique side smash attacks.
Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of these other characters are higher up. For having really cool smash attacks. Like, that's why Ness is so high. I actually think Ness is only at the top of good because of his smash attacks. He has 2 different equipments. That's actually cool.
Yeah, because it's one thing to make the special attacks, the ones based on the games, but like when you have more than that outside of it, and they're actual, and it's not just like punch kick because
Right.
the character punches and kicks.
But it's
If
different.
it's an actual attack that they do in the game, and it's an actual important attack that they do.
Yeah.
It's like that shows that you actually cared, you did your research, you actually knew what the character's all about.
Right. And to me, it's different for Ness because, like, I brought this up before, but, like, most characters that do smash attacks, if they're using a sword, like any of the Fire Emblem characters, if they're using a sword, that's their main attacks as well. Ness, his main attacks are not with the bat or with the yo-yo. His smash attacks are only the bat and the yo-yo. Like,
Right.
they literally put that into the game as just his smash attacks. That's not how he attacks. He attacks with magic. But, you know, he pulls that out for the smash attacks. So, yeah,
Right.
I think that's telling. So, yeah. I'm okay with King Dedede here. Do y'all think he's above Wario or no?
I don't think so. And again, the main thing is that his. Oh, I mean, Dedede does have like his personality. He's kind of like a
He's a goofy guy.
goofy guy, royal.
I would
goofball,
say
you know?
he was a better villain in Subspace than Wario. Wario just went around collecting Pokemon known as whatever we call the fucking transformation he does.
Wario Man.
Yeah.
We can just leave him here. It's fine. Olimar. So I'm a little conflicted with Olimar. I think I'm the only one who's played Pikmin, right?
I have played a little bit of Pikmin 3.
Olimar.
That's not a game where you play as Olimar, but it's a game where you
It's the
play
same
Pikmin.
thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, all the Pikmin games play the exact same. Olimar, I mean, he's literally like, is an RTS. He the Pikmin are there. I don't know. I'm okay. It's a bit odd because I kind of liked it better in Brawl when he had 5 Pikmin because there was more to manage there. And like in Pikmin, you manage a lot of Pikmin. Like a lot of Pikmin. You manage 100 at a time.
100 Pikmin.
100 Pikmin. And he only has 3 in Ultimate. He has 3. There isn't much strategy there. You kind of just like pluck them out the ground and then just like...
And just throw them.
Yeah. Like I kind of wish there was more of a difference between the different Pikmin types. Like, I kind of wish they went even harder on, oh yes, the red Pikmins, they hit hard and they do a little fire explosion. Maybe they do the most damage. The purple ones do the most knockback.
He doesn't have Ice Pikmin. That's not one that he has.
Yeah, but, you know, I don't know what the hell they could have done for the blue Pikmin.
The white Pikmin, he has white Pikmin, right?
Yeah. I mean, he could poison.
He could
lasting
do
poison.
They do like dot damage, like poison damage, like dot damage, you know, damage over time.
Yeah, lasting poison damage, like Arsene, or
Like
Joker.
Yeah, like Joker side B.
Yeah. I just wish that the effects were more prevalent between the different Pikmin types, because I want to have a strategy there. Like, oh, I want to use this Pikmin to do this thing. But how Olimar plays, you just kind of spam the Pikmin, you know?
Right.
I think
It's kind of harder to strategize because of the fact that the Pikmin are. Or it's easier to strategize because the Pikmin are you pluck them in order, so you know which one you're gonna get next.
Right. You can't switch which Pikmin you're using though. You kind of just have to throw it or use it to switch. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish there was like a little like thing on the UI, right? Like you could just switch which one you're using out of your crew, kind of like Hero Down B style, you know? Like you switch. I don't know. I think that because to me that's a big thing about Pikmin, like using the right Pikmin in the right scenario. That being said, I mean, he does literally have Pikmin with him. That's a pretty that's something.
Right.
And he still plucks them, stuff like that. He's definitely not good because of the reasons that I said. I'd be willing to put him below Ice Climbers.
That
Seems about right.
fair. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. I do like that they added the winged Pikmin as uppy. That makes sense. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense because in Brawl it was like
It was you just use a
rope,
whip of...
a Pikmin
Yeah,
rope.
it's like, what the heck? That's so headcanon-y. Winged Pikmin makes sense. I like that.
yeah. Well, I mean, Wing Pikmin didn't exist until Pikmin 3, so I guess it makes sense that they
Oh,
would
yeah,
do
no, of
something
course.
like that.
Of course. I'm just saying, like, that... I love it when Ultimate... Or Smash 4, for this matter. Was it Smash 4? Yeah, it was Smash 4 they did the winged Pikmin.
Yeah.
I just like it when Smash actually updates an old character's move to have more recent
And
moves.
also his final Smash is just quite literally what happens in Pikmin.
That
goes
is
and does
cool.
shit at the end of the day,
Wait,
and
his final
the monsters
Smash?
come out.
You're kind of right though. His final smash is kind of fire. He leaves the day, and then the Bulborbs are like eating up the fighters, and then he comes back and crashes down his ship. Wait.
Yep.
Does that bring him up?
It's exactly what happens to Pikmin.
That's kind of hype, actually. How about here?
Yeah, right above me.
That final smash is actually kind of hype. That's one of the best represented final smashes in the game.
It's literally just the game.
It actually is. That's crazy. You know what? Better than Roy.
Better than Roy is crazy.
All right, fine.
just because it's final smash.
That final smash carries, bro. Lucario. I mean, he has the aura. It's something. It's not how it works in the games.
How does it work in the games? Because I don't play Pokemon.
It just doesn't. That's not even a thing in the games.
It's just not even a thing.
No.
Completely made up for Smash.
It basically is. I mean, okay, it might be a movie thing. I actually don't even know how it works in the movie. So Lucario first appeared in a movie. Like he didn't actually.
That's true.
He first appeared.
I did know that
in the Pokemon anime movie. I don't exactly remember from that movie if he like got damaged more and was stronger because of it. I don't freaking know. I don't remember exactly how the aura works. Either way, the aura being a thing that's like clearly making a gameplay difference is something. Like I'd still say it's comparable kind of to Pichu's damaging himself. Like it's there, right? Like the aura is a thing for Lucario's character in the anime. Not for the games though. But it's still representing something, kind of like how Pichu damaging himself is.
Right.
It is there.
So what about his like actual attacks?
I mean, his attacks are fair. I think his attacks are definitely more represented than Mewtwo. He has Force Palm. He has Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere is more fitting than Shadow Ball on Mewtwo. Aura Sphere is obvious, you know. I think Up B's Extreme Speed. He learns that by level up. A little weird that that's his Up B, but whatever. Go off.
Then his final smash is just a Mega Evolution,
which is completely valid. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. He's still a Pokemon. He doesn't have anything like that crazy. Again, I think the aura is comparable to Pichu's mechanic in terms of inclusion. Because it's still something they give this character to separate him from the other characters, the extra rage boost. Right. I think this kind of makes sense to me.
I mean, yeah, just like right alongside the other Pokemon.
He definitely has more than the other Pokemon, though.
Yeah.
Not more than the Ice Climbers, though.
His down B is like a counter.
I don't know exactly what move that is. It's probably something.
The move list in Smash calls it Double Team.
Makes sense. It's fine. I think he's fine. He is fine. He's another Pokemon. Rob is a very weird case.
All right. Listen. He doesn't have his cart from Mario Kart DS.
Did they even try? Real talk.
Didn't even try. See, Rob is like a Mr. Game & Watch situation where he's not really a game character, but it's different because he's just a toy.
No, Rob is even weirder than Mr. Game & Watch because Mr. Game & Watch is technically in a game.
Technically, he is like the blanket slate, like the blank slate character for all the Game & Watch games.
Right. Rob is an accessory.
Yeah, so looking at all of his moves, he was an accessory that only worked with 2 games, which were Gyromite and Stack Up.
Does he have?
He has the gyros. He doesn't have the blocks from Stack Up.
He only has half of what he could have represented. Trash.
I feel like the idea was just, hey, there's this really cool thing from Nintendo's history that's actually a really big part of how they got, you know, popular in America, because that's what Rob was made for.
Right.
It was made. Let's make him an actual robot. Like, So again, it's more the idea behind the character design in Smash because they don't really have much to go off of.
Honestly,
And
play
for
some
that,
wherever, play some wherever you want,
it's
Jeno.
neat.
Play some wherever you want. I don't have any opinions on this.
Because I'm trying to like be fair here. It's like, what the fuck else could they have done for Rob?
I
You
know.
Have him throw the blocks from Stack Up?
I think his grab is like him doing stack up, right? Like his down grab, like shoving people into the ground, maybe.
No, because in Stack Up, what you do is
Look, I don't freaking
like,
know. I'm just
Rob-
making crap up.
right now, Stack Up is literally Rob. Like Rob grabs a block and stacks it.
Right. Bro, play some wherever you want.
Dynamite, he charges up a spinning top and then throws it and then like puts it on like a button. So yeah, him charging up a spinning top and throwing it makes sense.
Bro, place him wherever
you seem
want.
to care a lot about him, so you can put him wherever you want.
I genuinely think it's like, I don't know, above Ice Climbers, I guess.
Really?
Maybe below Ice Climbers. I don't know.
That's pretty high.
I don't think it's boring. I definitely think it's mid tier.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be low. But
Why?
at the same time, there's nothing to talk about here.
Oh man, you're supposed to be our knowledge expert.
Okay. No, I don't think he's. I think it's Cap. I think it's Cap. All right. It's kind of a Dr. Mario situation. This is not a character. This is an accessory. Why did they make this character a character?
Okay, but also
Listen,
he's pretty fine to play as in Smash.
if they
True.
included his cart from Mario Kart DS, I think it would have been cooked, all right?
I think that spot is way too high for Rob.
So are we talking like? But I don't think it's did they even try because obviously they did.
No, they did.
But they didn't at the same time.
I mean, they did try. I just think he's kind of boring. So I think he's in boring tier.
That's fine. I don't know. I really don't know what to do with Rob at this point.
How about right there?
Okay,
I mean, he can shoot lasers out of his eyes. I don't remember a toy being able to do that.
It's so headcanon.
you just don't know the right toys.
That's right. What were you
I
gonna say?
remember,
Now?
like, Rob
I'm at the
toy
top
being able
of
to do
more.
that.
You had him at the top, same
I
spot.
don't think the Rob toy was able to do that.
Are y'all okay with this spot?
That's fine.
I feel like you should be at the opposite end.
You think he should be bottom boring?
No, I think he's better than Ganondorf.
Well, I think he would be closer to the end. I don't think he should be like
I think he's better than Ganondorf.
the one waiting at the door, being like, "Hey, I'm next. Come on."
You're kind of right though. Hold on. You're kind of right though.
Put him below Bowser, above Ganondorf, and just move on to Toon Link.
No, I don't like that. Bowser and Ganondorf have to be right next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, put him above Ganondorf, or put him above Bowser.
Alright, that's fine. Toon Lonk. Another Link. Great.
Throw him.
I feel
Throw him right next to Young Link, and let's get on with our day.
I feel pretty confident about this. Did they actually even try?
You're right.
Think about this for a second.
Okay, so
Think about this for a second. Young Link has the fire arrows. He's representing the traditional Link moveset. I'm okay with that, right? A little boring, that's why he's in the boring tier. I'm okay with that.
right.
Toon Link, as a character, is meant to be an oddball. In Wind Waker, he is literally like this kid that was given, like, he is the reincarnation of Link, but like he doesn't want to be. He does not want to be the hero of time. Or not the hero of time. He does not want to be Link. He was thrown onto him. He's just this random ass kid in a sea folk village. He literally look up a YouTube GIF, or a GIF in general, and look up a video of him doing the spin attack. It's literally him doing it, and he goes, "Aah!" and then he gets like all dizzy.
He's winded afterwards.
He's winded. He can't do it. He's a kid.
Well,
he's
okay,
he's
to be
meant
fair,
to be
fair.
He's meant to be a silly iteration of Link. That's what he is.
Right.
And that's fine, but they should have represented that. They should have represented his differences. He has different weapons in Wind Waker. Wind Waker is a huge Zelda game. All right? That's one of the big ones. All right?
It's my personal favorite.
It is one of the big Zelda games. They could have represented his moveset completely different. His up B could have been the leaf paraglider thing. His
Yep.
He could have had a Wind Waker skill. What if his up B was literally use the Wind Waker to create an updraft and then use the leaf glider? How sick would that have been?
That would have been sick. But
He literally creates the wind up to do up B.
I feel like every single Link we've like, what if their up B was a gust of wind and they had the paraglider?
Okay, they can all do it though. They can all do it. I'm okay with Young Link's being the spin attack. That's fine. But like, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. At least Toon Link does a spin attack in the game. You know?
Yeah. Wait, does Toon Link has a? No, does Toon Link maybe doesn't have the hook shop, right?
No, in where he does, and he does have it in Smash.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Whatever. His boomerang doesn't operate like it does in Wind Waker. His boomerang in Wind Waker was unique. You could pierce through enemies. It still only hits one. I don't see why they couldn't have just made it pierce through enemies. I feel like that's obvious. And it like homes too. Like it reticles and it homes. So they could have like made it so that when you hold it, it reticles onto the opponent that's straight ahead of you, and then it homes onto him. Something like that.
Yeah, you could have done that. Again, it's just like boring Link, you know.
It's more disrespectful to Toon Link than it is to Young Link. Young Link makes sense. Young Link is literally Ocarina of Time Link. That's a basic Link. Toon Link is a different character. He's supposed to be expressive. I'll put it in a way that you can understand, Dom. Toon Link is kind of like the Luigi of the Links, right?
That is the best That's the best description of Toon Link.
Toon Link is meant to be the Luigi of Links. And Toon Link acts like Mario, right? Luigi doesn't act like Mario in Smash. Why should he? Luigi's not Mario. It makes sense. He acts differently. But Toon Link acts exactly the same as Young Link. Actually, exactly the same. What's the difference?
So what I'm hearing is to bring Young and Toon Link into Did They Even Try?
No, Young Link's fine. My whole point here is Young Link is fine. Young Link, they could have kept the exact same if they changed. Young Link would actually raise in spots. Young Link would be mid to me if Toon Link was not the same, actually.
So here's the thing about Young Link. You know how they gave Young Link the fire arrows?
Yeah.
Toon Link actually in Wind Waker has to go to like these two islands and actually like do like these trials to unlock the fire and the ice arrows. Why didn't they give him the ice arrows?
Yeah, sure. Something. Literally just something.
Just something to make him different.
Literally just something. I don't know. He could have had a whole Wind Waker based moveset and it would have worked so perfectly. And again, his own character is just such a misrepresentation of his character. Young Link is meant to be basic. Young Link is like Mario, right? That's kind of the idea that I get here. Toon Link is not that. Toon Link is meant to be sporadic.
And here's another thing that they could have done that to easily just like make him any semblance of difference between Young Link. You know, Young Link in like Ocarina of Time, he has that spin attack, but it's just like a one spin, you know?
Yeah.
Toon Link has that like tornado spin, and he can move around with it.
Yeah, why can't he do that in Smash? Why not?
He can't do that in Smash. Why can't he move left and right when he's doing it?
Toon Link kind of pisses me off because Toon Link, I think, is the main reason why the Links suffer. I actually think he's the main culprit here. Because Toon Link had the potential. Link also has potential, because, he's literally Breath of the Wild Link, but he just isn't. He only has the bombs, which is something, but it could have been way more. Young Link is, again, I need to emphasize this so hard. If Toon Link did not exist, I think both the Links would be a mid. I actually think they would be. Because, again, the Links are fine as is. They have bombs, arrows, They use their sword. And they have the spin attack. That's fine, right? That's a good representation. It's just, it's done 3 times. Why? Why is it done 3 times?
I guess you can call him the weakest Link.
The weakest Link. You're so right. Yeah, no. If Toon Link did not exist, Link and Young Link mid for sure. At least for me. Link, they absolutely could have made a cooked character because of Breath of the Wild, but whatever.
Also, I want to bring up one thing. Is taunts. One of them is using the Wind Waker, which is fine.
Yeah.
The other one is like him flailing around and getting winded, which is fine. Because like you said, he's just a kid.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be here.
He's meant to not be
his
like...
Other one,
yeah.
His other one is pulling out a fairy. And I think that's dumb. It should have been him pulling out the camera.
That would have been hype. That would have been hype. I don't know.
Or like drinking like his grandma's soup, but that would have been too close to young Link drinking the milk, you know?
I don't know. It just makes me mad. Toon Link had so much potential. They floundered it. Whatever. Are we okay with below Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
I think he's the single reason why the other Links are this low.
Okay, but
What?
are the Echo Fighters not better than Toon Link?
The difference between the Echo Fighters and Toon Link is that the Echo Fighters are stated as such. They are meant to just be, different. It's just the same character, just, a different character model. Toon Link could have been something.
Exactly. They did their part correctly. He didn't.
Toon Link did it.
You're kind of cooking. Wait. Because, like, realistically, when I look at Toon Link's moveset, what did Toon Link actually do different from Young Link?
Another thing.
No fire arrows.
He literally just did something less cool.
No, I got it. So instead of having fire arrows, Toon Link's arrows are like more floaty.
I guess. But like
that's it.
But like he had so much more potential to a point where I actually agree with Dom.
Also, every other Link, their forward smash or their side smash has 2 strikes. Link's only 1, or Toon Link is only 1.
I just
and
don't...
it's like more like a awkward sword strike animation because he's a kid. Ooh,
I guess.
Such different. It's so different,
Like, I would go as far to say Toon Link has enough to take from to make a cool moveset that's comparable to Breath of the Wild Link. Maybe a little bit less interesting, but it's comparable, I think.
Yeah, and they don't even just have to take from Wind Waker, because I'm pretty sure this is the same. Like Toon Link is like in 4 Swords, Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass. They could have taken from a couple of games.
Yeah, he has a few games. I don't know. I like this spot.
It genuinely, it is a Dr. Mario situation.
I would argue he's below Dr. Mario.
Okay.
No.
Because listen.
Okay, look, Dr. Mario. Wait, Donnie. All I have to say is Dr. Mario is not an Echo.
Okay, but you always say like how your thing with Dr. Mario is like you're like, oh, why is he in the game? Toon Link, you have said multiple times, shouldn't be in the game. In fact, would be better.
Okay, there's a difference here. Toon Link should be in the game. This is not Toon Link.
No,
Toon Link deserves to be in the game. This is just not Toon Link.
Dr. Mario has literally nothing to pull from. He should not be in this game at all. Toon Link
has stuff to pull from
this game, but just with a different moveset.
The idea of Toon Link is good. No. Their idea is bad. But the idea of putting Toon Link into the game, completely valid. He's one of the most recognizable Links. He's interesting. He has a good concept to him. Yeah, I could absolutely see how they can make an interesting moveset. Let's see what we could do with this character. Oh wait, they just made him Link again. Yikes. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I actually think no. I feel good about Dr. Mario being below Toon Link.
I do too, honestly. Because again, Dr. Mario should not even be in this game at all. Toon Link, I think, should be in this game, just with a different moveset.
Yeah, definitely. I want to keep mentioning this. I don't actually think Young Link's and Link's movesets are that bad. They represent Zelda well. Toon Link should have represented Toon Link. All right? There's so much more they could have pulled from, and it hurts the other Links. Because, again, it's just copied multiple times over and over. You know what?
Toon Link is just fast Link. That's all he is.
Yeah, basically.
Because he is faster than the other ones.
Basically. Alright, that's good enough for now.
Yeah, and then Wolf. Wolf's the last one.
Wolf. A lot of people love Wolf.
And Wolf is just Fox and Falco again.
Put him in the middle.
Why in the middle?
Because he does have different moves.
Because he's
considering
cool.
the two.
Because he's cool.
He is cool, pause. He actually has a unique moveset, pause.
Yeah, that's what he said.
What's unique about his moveset? He has the blaster. He has the...
His side B is like literally him clawing through the air.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Just it looks slightly different. And
no, it operates so differently from the other ones.
It's the same thing.
No, it's a different move. It's a different move.
After having a 5-minute combo about the difference between a fire arrow and a normal arrow, Wolf side B compared to Fox's and Falco, completely different thing.
Completely different move. Like 100% million different move. The
angle, the hit, the trajectory, everything.
You know what? Honestly, you've convinced me. They cooked, honestly.
They cooked. True.
They cooked it, honestly.
I think he's... Well, would I say Wolf is boring, though? Not really.
I mean, like, like, Wolf is literally, like, his moveset is, like, the exact same. It's just his animations are a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, but we talk about animations for these characters.
Right, but like, it can only, like, the animations can only take you so far when you're trying to represent a character. The actual actions that they're doing.
But I feel like the actions and personality of Wolf are shown really well through his aggression.
They 100% are. But his actual attacks, again, it's Star Fox. They don't really do much.
How about that?
If you think like his animations are enough to bring him above Fox, I can agree with that. But like, I don't think he's beating out Diddy Kong, you know?
Yeah, you're probably right.
No,
he's not beating the boring allegations, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just think like when I think of the three, Wolf is definitely the most interesting.
Yeah.
He is. Not that much more interesting, but he is.
No, I mean, it's still in the same tier. It's just, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Well, there you go. There is the Brawl characters. We got some pretty crazy
That
tangents.
is one hell of a way to end off this, honestly.
I wish we ended with Toon Link, to be honest.
We ended it off with a triple whammy of Rob, Toon Link, Wolf.
The bottom tiers. They were all just like added on to Brawl last second.
Sad way to end this.
I know. Well, I kind of love the Toon Link argument. Toon Link pisses me off. I actually think Toon Link is the only reason why I hate the Links. Link would not even be that bad if Toon Link was not there. Toon Link ruins it. Toon Link freaking ruins it. Oh my god, bruh. Why did they do the same moveset 3 times? This is a case where I think, like, doing it multiple times, like... Because is there another character that does the exact same moveset 3 times as egregiously as Link?
No, because...
Marth, Lucina, Crumb. No, Chrome's a bit different.
Here's the thing: Marth and Lucina are exactly the same. Roy has some differences, and then Crom actually has some differences as well. His differences are taken from Ike, though.
Yeah.
But the speed difference between like a character like between all like the speed of how they play between Ike, Crom, and Roy are different enough that you would actually choose a different character over, like choose one of them over the other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, there is actually a group that does that.
What?
Hero skin 1, hero skin 2, hero skin 3.
True.
All different characters, but they somehow have the exact same move.
True. Or how about Steve Enderman Zombie?
Alex.
Alex. Yeah, that's crazy. Got my ass there. All right, that was good though. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you stuck through this entire video, leave a like on the video. Leave a dislike if you dislike it, because I like opinions. Subscribe now to become a later man or later man stressed, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the content I produce. Next time we will do Smash 4. Be hype, and let us know in the comments where you would have changed any character placements. I love reading the comments. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Later, manners. Say later, manner.
Later manner.
Say later, manner, Tom.
Get out.